Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Are the Planets Doing Today? I'm your host, Brooke, and before I dive into the chart, I just want to say I've noticed this across many of my platforms, and depending on where you follow me, when I respond to comments, they're removing people's handle and it's not included in the response. So, um, if you think I'm not responding, that's not the case because chances are you're not getting notified. Go back and check the comment because I am responding to all of them. They're just not allowing for you to be notified. Okay. Now, good news. We have the sun at 2 degrees and is going to be moving to 3 degrees and working out of this grand air trine. Now, one of the things that I've noticed the most with this grand air trine, there's been a lot of information. There's been a lot brought out. There's been a lot of talk, okay? Air rules our mind, our thoughts, our words, okay? How we communicate with others, the way we talk, the way we learn, but also the collective. So there's been a lot brought up and there's been a lot of awakenings. Pluto is definitely helping to assist with that, definitely helping to bring all of that to light. Now, Mercury is at 12 degrees of Libra and will be working into a square with Kronos and then eventually Jupiter a little bit later. Next week, okay, Mercury moves quite fast through the signs. So keep that in mind. And Venus is now at 7 degrees of Virgo. You guys do a gut check. And if there's one thing that I have learned and truly been honing in on is my first gut response, my first gut reaction, my first gut thought, okay, is pretty on point, okay? So make sure you listen to what your body is saying. How is your body responding? Are you truly nurturing and taking care of you? Are you putting into action the things that you need to do to set yourself up? If you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like there's just way too much information being brought in your direction, pause and take a time out. Find somebody that you know is truly grounded because of this mental stimulation that we have going on. And this Neptune retrograde in Aries, there's a lot of psychosis, okay? A lot of spiritual psychosis, a lot of religious psychosis. So, ground, put your feet in the dirt. Call somebody, talk to somebody that you know is solid and who they are to kind of help you ground. Now, I have friends that I'm like, hey, I need you to help me ground. I need you to help me see what reality is because AI is so dominant right now. We need that. We need people that we can lean on. We need people that we can talk to. There's a lot of deception in the air. There's a lot of FF, if you get my drift, okay? So listen to your gut. Have people in your corner that you can lean on during this time. Mars is now at 2 degrees and within that 1 degree orb of that square with Pluto. So we're still in that energy, okay? We're still in the energy of that square. Squares are not anything to be afraid of. They are precious pressure points. They are crisis points that forces us to either learn a lesson, have a tower, or to see what needs to be adjusted and changed in order to move forward. With this being in fixed signs, there could be an area that you're truly fixated on. Scorpio can be very obsessive, okay? So can Pluto. So I'm seeing this a lot in the community of people that are truly awake. They're very obsessive in getting the answers to what happened with Charlie. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? You can see this with Candace Owens because she has her sun opposing Pluto. it can bring that obsessive, I'm going to stay on target until I get the answer. But because this is fixed, we want to be able to mutate. We want to be able to change our ideas, our thoughts, our beliefs in order to take in that new information. This fixed sign doesn't want to change, it wants to stay fixed in its knowing. The moon is going to be conjuncting Poseidon, and then later on this evening, conjuncting Lilith. Now, Poseidon and Lilith are still in that trine with the Jupiter in the North Node. So, there was ships, military ships deployed last night. So, keep an eye on the water, specifically today, specifically as they get closer to that country that we're not allowed to talk about. You get my drift? Okay. There could be a lot brought up. And Italy and Spain both have released statements saying that if there is any intervention, they will respond accordingly. Okay, so keep an eye on the water, specifically starting off this morning and moving on into the afternoon when the moon is truly activating this grand water trine, Kronos, Poseidon specifically, because that's where Saturn and Mars did their retrogrades. Okay. So it was actually the 15 and the 16 degrees. We had Mars here in Cancer, Saturn here in Pisces. So when that is hit, keep an eye on the water. Also keep an eye on your emotions. Juno is still in that trine with Saturn, okay? And I do want to note, because I've not touched on this yet, that as Jupiter moves on, it's going to be becoming a little bit more exact with this square. So, triggers. People are being emotionally triggered, and cognitive dissonance is a real thing. And this happens when new information comes in that doesn't align with your personal beliefs and what you've been taught and all those things, okay? And people can be very combative with this, okay? With this, all right? With this, that need to, I'm gonna attack, that's not true, okay? I've had to block people because I'm not gonna fight. My job is to help shine a light on the darkness. 8th house sun, 8th house moon from the divine. That's my job. That's my role. That's my mission. So I have received a lot of that energy, and I'm not going to fight with people. I'm just going to say, I wish you the best. I hope you figure it out and keep on moving, okay? It's not easy because I want to be like, trust me, I'm having to take my own advice, okay? Give me one card for the energy for today, please. Give me one card for the energy for today. Ooh, we got the Lovers. So this is tapping into Juno and Saturn. So we've got the Lovers with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is looking right at the Lovers. So what is it that you truly desire when it comes to a healthy, grounded, and stable relationship, okay? What do you truly value when it comes to partnerships? What do you truly value when it comes to your community? What do you truly value and find that is needed, that is part of your growth, your support, okay? Because this is all about, expanding the values and what is going to help you rise up. Do you have people in your corner that support you? Do you have people? This just goes back with what I said about having people in your corner to help you ground in reality. All right. And then we got the Queen of Wands underneath the deck with the Hierophant. So I love you guys. I hope you all have an amazing Thursday. Happy Jupiter's Day. And I will see you tomorrow for another update. Bye.